Good morning, everybody. This is Marcus Washington with Good Morning March Madness, brought to you by the MTC Media Digital Network. So, after cruising throughout this NCAA tournaments with ATSs and totals and just flying through this thing, confident, not cocky, but confident, last night hits. And this is where that it will humble you last night after just having 500 records, or better than 500 records. Every day throughout the tournament, I had one day where I had a 500 record. I went 4-4. Those other days, 10-6, 10-6, 6-2, flying. And then last night hits where I go 0-4. And so we are on the rebound trail tonight for Friday night's 4 games. We want to start off with Michigan State and Ole Miss. For those who know, I was a long-time coach. I'm not coaching this summer. Most of my experiences as a high school coach, and I spent about 7 years up until, in fact, this is my first summer, 7 years where I'm not coaching on one of the shoe tours. So this is going to be a strange summer, but I bring that up because Michigan State obviously is bringing in a freshman from the organization where I coached. So saw a lot of Tom Izzo and his staff last summer. And boy, they were ready to rebound and show all the other coaches who were out on the recruiting trail, basically saying Izzo is 15 minutes from retiring, that Izzo is not 15 minutes from retiring. With a great season here tonight to go up against Ole Miss. Line is -3.5. Over under is 144.5. I like the over in this. I think both teams are going to have their opportunities to score. This is going to be an up and down game for both. For probably 40 minutes. I mean, Michigan State's going to want to push it. Ole Miss is definitely going to want to push it. So I like the over 144.5. Kentucky and Tennessee, generally throughout the season, I've loved to wager on both teams, pro and against. But this one, I think, is close. I'm not saying that Kentucky beats them again. The line is -4.5 for Tennessee. Over under here is also 144.5. I like Kentucky +4.5. Michigan and Auburn. Auburn is favored by 8.5. The over is 153.5. It's funny too because this over opened up. The total opened up at 150.5. That is a 3-point jump. That is a significant jump on this. This is another one where I've gone back and forth. Do I go at the total? Do I go at the line? I like Michigan plus the 8.5 there. And Purdue and Houston. Houston's favored by 8.5. The over-under, the total is 131.5. That has stayed pretty solid since the opening. I like the over in that one. So we have the over 144.5 in Michigan State, Ole Miss. We have Kentucky plus 4.5. We have we have Michigan plus 8.5, and then we have the over 131.5 with Purdue and Houston. Hopefully, this does end up being a bounce back day. In fact, Wawa doesn't even want me to put my coffee up here. They don't want to be associated with me like Duke and White Lotus. So let's get a bounce back day. This is Marcus Washington with Good Morning March Madness on the MTC Media Digital Network.